everyone, welcome back to another trickiness video. Today we are on Grow Castle, but I'm just gonna have it play in the background. It's not gonna be the main focus of the video. Today's video is actually about something I found out back when I was in 4th grade, otherwise 10 years old or 9. I kind of forget what or how old I was, but the thing that I found out when I was in 4th grade, because every so often kids, they get like blood work done, they just make sure that they're healthy, they get like a slightly physical thing, they get they check their height, their weight, their blood pressure and all this other stuff, and then they get pricked with like a needle and then they get some blood taken out of them. But that's all just to make sure that you're a healthy person, just to make sure that if there is anything there that they'll find out. But me, my siblings, we all got like the test thing done. A couple weeks later, usually the test comes back negative, like you're completely healthy, you're just normal. And for me, the test came back and they found out that I actually had something. So my test came back positive. And so when we went back in, they said that I have the syndrome called Klinefelter's. Now Klinefelter's is rather unique. Like if you know, like the human body, on like the difference between males and females, like for chromosome wise, chromosomes, like males have XY, females have XX. People with Klinefelters have XXY, so we have an extra chromosome in our body. And the unique thing about Klinefelters is that everyone with it, their bodies physically can't produce testosterone. If they want like the male hormone, they have to take supplements to put that into their body. And if you don't know what testosterone is, it's kind of like what helps produce or helps make the male's body the way it is. Like the doctors explained it a little bit. They gave me a brief summary of what it would be like, because I was slowly going into about to go into like the whole sports thing, and they were explaining to me saying, well, if you're playing football and you're working out, don't you want to be able to keep up with your peers? Because without testosterone, you'll be taking, or you will have to work twice as hard to grow those upper body muscles in comparison to your friends, because your friends could do it a couple times and they'll get a lot stronger. I would have to do it twice as much just to keep up with them. And so I took the supplements for 2 or 3 months, and at one point, somewhere along the line, I had a realization. I kind of forget what it was, but I all of a sudden was just like, you know, I really just don't need this, to be quite honest. And I'm not sure why or when it happened, but I just can't really remember the moment of when I was like, you know, I'm just gonna stop. But I stopped after like the 2 or 3 months. It was just like something that I decided on my own, because after all, it is my life. I can choose whether or not if I should take something, and the difficulties that come with it, because there are different symptoms of Klinefelters, and not like there is a big list, but I'm not experiencing everything on the list. It varies from person to person, so everyone's Klinefelter experience is different, and that's kind of what makes it unique. I've always struggled in school because I couldn't read fast enough, I couldn't write fast enough. I felt like I was more like a perfectionist, but my personality trait is laid back. I heard and like seen online that apparently a lot of people that have Klinefelters are like really laid back lifestyles. Um, the doctors also explained to me that Klinefelters no, without testosterone in my body, I'll have mood swings, I'll feel depressed, I won't have the ambition to go out and do stuff. So pretty much I'll be kind of like lazier and just like all these negative things at me. Like they always like put this like phrase over and over again saying, now don't don't you want to be normal just like your friends and just like everyone around you? Because right now you're not normal. And if you don't take this, you will never be normal. Which is just weird how they would just like put it into words kind of like that. It's kind of messed up, to be quite honest. But you can also look it up. I will leave something down in the description so you know how to spell Klinefelters and you could easily look it up. There are some rare cases out there. You can see what those are all about, but I know if you type in Google it should pop right up and you can learn more about it. But I know there's people out there that do seek treatment. I chose the path of not seeking treatment to like produce or to put the hormones that my body can't produce into my body. I kind of like stayed away from it. I only did it for like the 2 or 3 months, but that was it. There's like some other things that I know that I would share, but because like the mood swings and like the depression, there's some moments where I did feel depressed, but I do have a way to go around that. But I'll just have to save that for like another time. I don't really want to make it sound too depressing or too like about me or like what I went through, but like I said, Klinefelters differs from person to person, and it is like the doctor said it was really common, but it's like according to the online thing, it says it's rare, and the only reason why they say it's rare is because about like now, just imagine, because like we have billions of people in like the planet Earth, and only like so you have billions of people being born every year, and just about 200,000 out of like the billions has like cases year-wide of people having Klinefelters. And what I stated in like the last video in the description, that about 1% of the people that have it find out at the age of 9 and 10. And there's actually a pie chart showing the percentages. If you find out at 9 and 10, you could easily fix it, because that's when puberty hits, and then that's when the hormones really kick in. So if you did seek treatment and you did it at that age, then you wouldn't really face like any future problems later on. The people that find out when they're in like their 20s, 30s, or 40s, they probably wish that they would have found out much sooner, but they just their body didn't show any symptoms of it. It's just kind of weird how the human body works. It's weird, it's random, you really can't control it. But yeah, so 15 years ago is when I found out I had Klinefelters. I tried treatment for a little bit, decided that I didn't need it in my life, so I backed up, and I honestly just didn't need it, just as a brief summary. So I think my next video I will be talking about, let's see, well, I'm not sure what I should be talking about in the next one. Like, there's like so many stories out there that I have. I guess I'll just have to think of one over like the day or two, and then I'll just oh, I know, I got the perfect one. The next story I'll be talking about is, like, you know those deja vu moments? I had a few in the past, and it's kind of weird how I seen them, and then years later I got to experience the scene that I seen years ago in a dream. So I'll be talking about that in the next video. Thank you guys for listening and watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.